Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, January 12th, 2026. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. I want to throw a shout out to Omar at Killarney House, perhaps one of the best servers around. We rolled in there yesterday morning with a large party for brunch without a reservation, and I'll tell you, he handled it like a champ, and some of the people in our party were a little bit of a pain in the butt, but Omar shone through. On our Boomer Trivia, I'm going to switch it up a little bit and give you the answer at the end of the DNB rather than the next day. Makes it easier for me, probably easier for you. The answer for Friday's question was nurse. Julia in the sitcom Julia, which I didn't even know was a sitcom. She was a nurse. Now for today's question, who was the only person inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 3 times? No Googling, and stay tuned. With that, we do have a lot of news to catch up on, so let's get into it, shall we? The Anne Arundel County Police are investigating a fatal shooting in Odenton that left a 45-year-old Baltimore man dead early Saturday morning, marking the county's first homicide of 2026. Officers were called around 12:30 a.m. to the 1600 block of Annapolis Road for a report of a shooting and found the victim suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. Fire department crews treated him at the scene, transported him to Baltimore Washington Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. Detectives with the Anne Arundel County Police Department Homicide Unit are leading the investigation, and police say more information will be released as it becomes available. Anyone with information is urged to contact the police at 410-222-4731 or anonymously at 410-222-4700. Boy, I tell you, a new wave of local debate is rolling in after Atlas Restaurant Group announced that it had acquired a majority stake in Atlas-Boatyard Bar and Grill. The deal is a long-term continuity plan for the Eastport staple, with founder Dick Franyo staying on as the owner and operator and general manager Kevin Schnendel remaining in place. Supporters do say that Atlas brings marketing reach, operational support, and purchasing power that can help the Boatyard thrive without changing what makes the Boatyard the Boatyard. Critics are upset, and they're pointing to Atlas's size and past controversies. And in a controversial editorial, I do argue that the company has stepped into vacant or transitioning spaces and perhaps increased competition, and that is probably a good thing. I tried to take a non-emotional look and eschewed the we hate change mentality that permeates a lot of our lives. You want to give that a read and see if you agree or not. Macy's is preparing to close its store at Marley Station Mall in Glen Burnie, which would remove another major anchor from the decades-old shopping center. Macy's confirmed the closure and said the store will remain open through a clearance sale expected to begin in mid-January, with sales that typically run about 10 weeks. The company says that the decision was part of a broader strategy to focus on investment on stronger locations and digital shopping, and noted employee support options such as transfers were available and severance and transition assistance where applicable. With Macy's leaving, Marley Station's remaining big anchors are only JCPenney and Horizon Cinemas, underscoring how much the mall and the way people shop has changed since it opened back in 1987. But there is some new on the horizon. A new indoor golf simulator concept is teeing up for the Crofton and Gambrills area, with Black 9 planning to open at 1166 Maryland Route 3 in Gambrills. The roughly 3,800 square foot space is designed for golfers of any skill level, with membership model that offers 24/7 access 365 days a year. So yes, even when it's cold and raining or doing that mid-Atlantic thing where it can't decide what season it is, you can still get your swings in. The location will be the first Back Nine franchise for local owners Nate and Nirali de Pasquale, and the business will use full swing simulator technology in a climate-controlled environment for practice, games, and virtual course play. An official opening date has not been announced, but you can check out more information at theback9golf.com/Crofton-MD. Seems like golf simulators might be the new Latin restaurant. We've had so many of them opening up in the area. And another long empty restaurant space near the Annapolis Mall is about to get busy again, with World of Beer set to open in the former Applebee's location today. The chain says the new spot will feature a deep beer lineup, hundreds in cans and bottles, plus a rotating tap list with a mix that includes Maryland breweries alongside national and international options. The food menu leans into pub favorites that pair well with beer selection, including beer-battered fish and chips, pretzels and beer cheese, and other familiar bar favorites. After the pandemic-era closure of Applebee's, the building spent years as a, what's going in there conversation piece, and now it is about to become a, what's on tap conversation piece. An upgrade in my book. On Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we chatted with Darren and Allison from Art Farm and Creative, and I'll tell you, those two are art powerhouses in the area. And also, if you know of a local business or organization that we should spotlight on our Local Business Spotlights, let me know. I'd be glad to reach out with them and see what we can do for them. All right, that is a wrap. First off, thank you as always for listening and sharing. And a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Mac Medics. As for your Boomer Trivia answer, the answer is Eric Clapton. He was nominated as a solo artist as well as a member of Cream and the Yardbirds. Okay, so now you just need to stay tuned for your local Eye on Annapolis weather from George Young. And as promised, Anne Covington from CovingtonAlsina is here with her Monday Money Report. All that's coming your way in just a minute.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
Next up, we're diving into today's Eye on Annapolis weather forecast. From sunny skies over the bay to storm warnings that could impact your plans, we've got the details to keep you ahead of the curve. Stay tuned. It's all coming your way in just a moment.
Hey everyone, this is George Young with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief weather forecast for Monday, January 12th. Not a bad first half of the week ahead for the Annapolis region, but then winter will return with colder temps and maybe even a couple of chances for some snow. Look for sunny skies today with highs in the mid or upper 40s, followed by more sun tomorrow with upper 40s or maybe even lower 50s for PM highs and spots. From there, it'll be mostly cloudy Wednesday with temperatures near 50 degrees with a chance for a little PM rain with temps Thursday, then only around 40 degrees with more rain possible with a chance for a little snow Thursday night into Friday morning with highs Friday only in the mid or upper 30s. As for the weekend, it'll be mostly sunny Saturday with temps near 40 degrees for afternoon highs with upper 30s for PM highs then on Sunday with another chance for a little PM rain or snow. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young for Eye on Annapolis Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net/weather for the latest conditions and forecast information for the Annapolis region, so you can always stay weather informed.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing it can be confusing. Anne Covington, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it for nearly 20 years. Are you ready? Now, here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Anne Covington of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. The S&P 500 reached another all-time high last week as unemployment ticked down a bit and chip makers continued to post outsized returns. For everyone concerned about a bubble, consider this. The S&P 500 returned about 16% in 2025. 14 of those percentage points came from earnings growth. This means that the higher returns investors are earning come not from speculation, but actual revenue growth. That growth is not free, however. A recent study showed that 41% of the survey participants said they did not pay any fees for their mutual funds or ETFs. Now, there are certainly mutual funds and ETFs that are no load, meaning there is not an upfront commission being paid to an advisor. And there are funds that don't pay trails or 12B1 fees to an advisor. But I'm not aware of any fund that is completely free. These costs are built into the fund and just reduce performance. For example, if a fund costs 1% a year and it earned 9%, the investor would see an 8% return. There's nothing on their statements to show the cost of the fund. Investors only see the net. As an investor, you can see fund costs by looking at the prospectus for each fund or by using online sites like Morningstar and Yahoo Finance. If you're working with an advisor, they should be upfront about their commissions or fees and the underlying fund costs. You may also think that because you're in a passive index fund, you're not paying anything. While the fees are certainly lower than an actively managed fund, that is, one with a manager or team of managers who decide what companies the fund will hold, there are drawbacks. Most indexes are cap-weighted, meaning the S&P 500 is not one share of each of 500 companies. Each company is in the index in proportion to its size. Currently, the top 10 stocks make up over 40% of the index. You may not be as diversified as you think. Now you may say, well, I still don't pay anything because I buy individual stocks using an app. You're still paying. Those companies make more money on order flows or how the trade is processed. A great explanation is in Michael Lewis's book, Flash Boys. Beyond that, there are often high costs to move money out of those apps. And your data around trades and investments is also up for sale. Remember that when it comes to apps, if it's free, your data is the product. Regardless of how you're investing, it is useful to see the full picture of what you're paying and what you are receiving in exchange. Your action item this week is to start gathering your receipts for any charitable contributions you made in 2025 to be ready for tax season. Our events for 2026 are on our website, including our Financial Foundations class tonight. On the 20th, our signature Women, Wine, and Wisdom event goes co-ed with a market update. Join us to hear a recap of 2025 and what we're thinking about 2026. CovingtonAlsina is a registered investment advisor. Information presented is for educational purposes only and not to make an offer or solicitation for the sale or purchase of any specific securities, investments, or investment strategies. Investments involve risk unless otherwise stated and are not guaranteed. Be sure to first consult with a qualified financial advisor and/or tax professional before implementing any strategy discussed herein. Past performance is not indicative of future performance. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Anne Covington with CovingtonAlsina.
Have you ever had to wait to get an appointment at the Apple Store? Skip the wait and the line at the mall by visiting Mac Medics in Severna Park, where appointments are not necessary. Mac Medics is an Apple-authorized premium service provider. Mac Medics services all Apple devices, including broken iPhone screens and batteries, and all without an appointment. Most iPhone repairs are complete the same day and usually within a few hours. Mac Medics is also an Apple-authorized reseller and sell Apple products at the same price as the Apple Store. Visit Mac Medics in Severna Park or Lanham for Apple-authorized sales and service and shop local. Don't wait for help. Call Mac Medics at 410-757-MAX, which is 410-757-6227. It's 410-757-6227. Or visit them online at macmedics.com. You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.